Alright, there we go. Yeah, there we go, it's recording again. Alright, so, another casting couch where I don't have my camera because it's illegal to have a camera in movie theaters. But this time I have my girlfriend because she loves X-Men. Don't go crazy on the audio, please. No screaming. Okay, because it hurts people's ears. Alright, so we saw Days of Future Past, and the previews weren't so bad. We had Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, which I'm really hoping they get money from it, because it literally looks good. What else did we have?
You heard all of that? All I heard was like... Everybody was screaming.
From Guardians of the Galaxy?
The whole previews, all the previews, everybody was screaming.
Oh yeah, that always fucking happens. What else? I can't remember any other previews. We had, what, 22 Jump Street wasn't a preview.
Yes, it was.
Oh, they did preview that? Oh. There's the Super 8 Wall-E story that Jake said. We saw that one again. What else was there? I don't know. It's Super 8 plus Chronicle in Wall-E. That's what Jake said last time we saw Amazing Spider-Man. There wasn't really that many, like, awesome trailers for this. But we might as well just move into the movie then, because then there were that many good previews. So, how many X-Men movies have you seen with me? Just so everyone knows.
All of them? I don't know how many are there.
You saw X1 all the way up to Wolverine.
Yes. Yes.
Which you have to agree with me on this, right? That X-Men 3 was the worst one. The one where they had Juggernaut and they killed off Xavier and
Oh, the one that was confusing?
Yes.
Yeah, I hated that. I couldn't follow.
Yeah. So apparently this one erases it completely. So fuck you, Brett Ratner. Fuck you. But it's kind of good that now that there's this new reality to the X-Men series, because with the movie, with no spoilers, it's setting up a completely different X-Men now. It's not saying that the X-Men are, trying to come back. It's saying that, since the events of this time travel story, it has reset the game from the other X-Men movies. Mm-hmm. So a lot of characters that haven't been around are coming back. But, of course, it's only to lead up to Apocalypse, which is going to be hell on wheels for them. Because Apocalypse is incredibly hard to beat, especially with just one group, so that's why both groups team up again.
Yes. And it wasn't that crazy chick saying, oh, why did that happen? No, I kind of understood.
I laughed at the fact when people were, waiting at the end credits where they were still kind of confused of what the fuck they just watched. That was Apocalypse at a young age, which, if you listen to him chanting, it's his name in a different language.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also he has the 4 horsemen. So, anyway,
I felt as if that was like Christmas all over again, except for without the 3, what is it, noblemen? I don't know.
Three wise men?
3 wise men, thank you.
You're just crazy.
It was 4.
Alright, but any which way, the difference between the comic book and the movie, I think the comic book was completely, random for, the first part of it. There wasn't... to sum up the plot, Mystique is, if you watch the 90s cartoon, Mystique is the one that kills Peter Dinklage's character. But any which way, Kitty Pryde's supposed to go back in time. She does it in this one. They send Wolverine because he's the most marketable character. However...
Who's Kitty, whatever?
How do you not know Kitty Pryde?
I don't know Kitty Pryde.
Ellen Page's character.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You watched X3!
It's been a while, okay?
So they send Wolverine back in time to fix the future, because future Sentinels have adapted to each mutant's abilities, causing them to wipe out the mutants and then wipe out the humans, because now the Sentinels are looking through generations and generations of DNA to find that you have a mutant coming soon. So they get rid of humans. So that's pretty much it for just a non-spoiler. I say if you're a huge X-Men fan, go see it. 3D, we didn't pay for it because I didn't really see the need to pay for 3D for this film.
It was good without the 3D.
It was good without it. We got to see it in the XD seats because they didn't have 3D screening in that, so we got to have the loud woofer system and the curved screen. What else happened? The Quicksilver debate cannot be talked about until Age of Ultron. However, Quicksilver was amazing. Which you're sitting there going, why is his hair gray?
Yeah.
His name's Quicksilver.
And it doesn't say anything about, I got gray hair. I'm just really, really fast. And I age really, really quickly.
And you get to see Scarlet Witch, but I always thought Scarlet Witch was the older one.
To be honest with you, when I saw,
No! Oh my god! It absolutely makes sense!
what?
Since time has changed, they can go to freaking, Age of Ultron with no copyright problems. Yay!
Yay! Let's be honest here. When I saw Jane, is that her name right? The one with the red hair? Jane? Jane, close enough. I was thinking of Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, but I was. So I was thinking about the Red Witch, and I was like, shit, she's back. And I was like, wait, no, wrong person.
So all in all, what would you rate it? From a scale of 1 to 10? Without saying past 10. Please don't go past 10.
I mean, I'd give it like 9.9 or something like that. It was pretty damn good in my opinion. I liked it. It was a little straight off the wall a little bit because I didn't quite catch all the new characters that were in it.
Okay, you gotta admit, I told you about Blink, because Blink's amazing.
Blink was the one that kept saying they were.
Yeah, with the portals. However, I didn't like a lot of the stuff, and I'm still gonna give it a 10, but I still like a lot of the stuff that happened, which I'm gonna start moving into the spoiler review. So if you guys don't want to listen, like and subscribe, come back for another review.
Please.
And also tune in Mondays on rickradio.com when I do my actual show. What ended up happening that I didn't like was the First Class group was completely killed. So Emma Frost is gone. She's dead. Angel's gone. Azazel is dead. Who else? Banshee's dead, which that was a shocker. Was Banshee was gone?
Banshee again?
The guy that had the sonic stuff that made him fly.
Oh my god!
So the only returning characters were Beast, Mystique, Charles, Eric, and what was his face? Havoc. And Havoc only makes a little cameo.
I like how not Xavier. Shit. Just saw the movie and I can't remember his name.
What was his power?
He does metal.
Magneto.
Thank you. Magneto was framed for JFK, and I don't remember him being framed for JFK in the other movies.
No.
That was framed for something else.
No. That's like a plot point that confused me a little bit, but I went with it. Because it would make sense that he was trying to stop them from killing him, but it failed.
Makes me wonder, what kind of power did he have?
Plot convenience. Just a plot convenience in the movie. But the movie opens up kind of with like the end of the world going on, and I didn't like how we watched them all die, and then Kitty's like, "Oh, I sent your mind back, so now we're not here. So this never happened."
It's like a big F you, middle fingers to them, like.
Because it is really painful watching them die.
I was in my seat about to cry. I was like, "Oh my god, how the hell are they gonna go from everybody's dying to like future, like past and whatnot?" Because you told me like this is gonna be a past movie. Oh.
Yes, it's supposed to deal with First Class. It's not supposed to deal with, the future people. That's why you only see Halle Berry like 3 times, because she's pregnant. So any which way, what happens is is they make some excuse that Kitty Pryde can't go back in time. Like, she just gained this ability. She can only send minds back. She has to be the one to send the mind back.
I don't see why Xavier couldn't help along the lines too. I mean, like when she got hurt, I'm just like, why the fuck isn't Xavier helping? He's just sitting there like.
But it made sense later because he was talking to Xavier Young.
Yes.
And which I thought was kind of cool to use Wolverine's mind as a door, just so you can talk to him to give him hope.
Yeah, that was fascinating. I was like, oh, he did fulfill his job and try to give him hope and be like, yeah, your future's gonna fucking suck. You better like stop being a pansy and like suck it up and like, you know, fix it.
I don't know. The whole entire first class section. I'm gonna call it first class section, which is the 70s. I thought it was kind of interesting how you kind of see that Magneto put her on the bad path of Mystique on the bad path because Mystique's supposed to kill Trash.
Midget.
Don't call him a midget.
I'm sorry. He's from Game of Thrones and it makes me happy.
Can you focus on the?
I'm sorry. I'm focusing.
God.
I'm focused. I'm sorry. I got a little too excited.
So okay. So anyways, she's supposed to kill him, and it causes the whole entire like, let's have Super Sentinels. What Super Sentinels are basically with Mystique's ability can adapt to any power, which causes the mutants to fail, which causes the humans to even try to fail, because they're somewhat gone now in the future.
They look like ancient aliens, in my opinion.
Stop.
That's just me.
Stop. It's Bryan Singer's creation of the Sentinels.
I thought it was quite creative.
It's different. So what ended up happening is they send Wolverine back because not only is he iconic, but also it didn't make sense why he went back, and it was like he wasn't at Vietnam. Don't get me wrong, because in Origin he went to every single fucking war, and that's how he ended up meeting Stryker at an older age.
Yes.
Sure, I probably need a history class done for Vietnam to see how long Vietnam lasted, but in '73, I thought he'd still be there shooting people down with Victor. So he ends up going to Xavier, telling him stuff, and Beast and Xavier are in the rundown school. Because apparently, when Vietnam started, everybody got drafted in the school, and he just had to close doors. But to cause him to walk, he got rid of his ability so he could walk, which I thought was pretty stupid to say that.
I mean, if I had awesome powers like he would, and I lost my ability to walk, I'd probably keep my awesome powers.
But you could use your power to make yourself walk.
Exactly.
He's got telepathic and telekinesis.
Put yourself in other people's bodies and be like, yeah, look at me walk, bitch.
Any mind power he has.
Watch the next one. It's like mind over matter. I can walk now. Look at me go.
No.
Look at me go.
They just gave him the hover cart. It's amazing. They finally did it. No more fucking wheelchair. They put him in the hover car from like the '90s cartoon. I remember him in the hover car in the '90s cartoon. Oh god.
It was pretty cool.
But, so he convinces them, and then they get Quicksilver to break Magneto out of the Pentagon jail, which was like his part, just him running around, brilliant. And then we can't judge Quicksilver alone because you can't without the Age of Ultron Quicksilver.
Oh my god, he had such a funny part there. Oh my god.
I just love the comment he makes while he's holding Magneto. He's like, you know, my mom used to know someone that used to mess with metals. Oh my god. What a good cliche to that. So then what ends up happening is they stop the assassination in France or Paris, which only prolongs it to going to DC. However, in France, when Stryker's getting tased, is he dying? Because apparently Wolverine's like, I remember your Stryker, and I'm going back to reality. I'm going back to the present. And when that happens, it kind of doesn't make sense for a few minutes. at least Kitty Pryde fixes it because she gets clawed, and then she just kind of like bleeds out for a bit. But the best part of that whole entire scene was the fact that Wolverine looks at Beast and goes, "Whoa, what the shit?" I'm like, that's Hugh Jackman looking at his fucking makeup.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that? Just priceless face. It wasn't even Wolverine. It was just fucking Hugh Jackman freaking the fuck out.
I think he was high.
Were you taking acid? just Charles again. Were you taking acid?
Straight face, dead serious.
Were you taking acid?
He probably had some bad acid. I'm just like, oh my god, of course. People would say that. Of course.
So, what ends up happening is in between the assassination attempt in Paris to DC, they go back to the green. They go back to Xavier's mansion and they go to Cerebro, and Charles can't use his ability, which, of course, if you ain't paying attention, he was using drugs to keep his ability at bay so he can walk.
Well, maybe they just didn't remember that.
No, but still. So he's like, I can't do it. Here, let me just open the door. Talk to your old self. You can do it. I can do it. Just go. So anyways, when the final battle starts, was it anticlimactic? I guess so, because he kind of takes the Sentinels, and then there's only like one on the battlefield. But of course, I was kind of shocked I'm kind of shocked at how the ending was. It was really brilliantly written, because it was basically Charles talking to Mystique about choice and how he didn't want to control her anymore because he was controlling her in First Class and before First Class. So he's kind of just saying, now is such a good time to not make the bad choice.
Fly, my pretty, fly. Be free, be free.
She goes back with Magneto, though. Unless, well,
you know.
Then again, it might not be real. None of it might not be real. The whole entire, like, all the other movies might not be real.
Let's be honest here. If I was Mystique, I'd totally go with Xavier. I mean, look at how young he looked. Hot damn. He was good looking.
You just like the actor.
He was good looking. I don't care the other one.
So, any which way, after the events at Washington, D.C., they stop. They basically stop the future from happening. And then it resets, and everybody's alive. Anyone who's died. So, basically, Rogue's got her powers back, and she's happy. I hate what they've done to her. She's supposed to have super strength and flight. No, just touchy. Kitty Pryde and Colossus are finally dating, or from what they hint at. And then Scott's alive. Thank God. And Jean's alive too. Though Storm dies in this movie, and everyone else dies, pretty much they reset the clock again.
Technically, the end of the movie, it's like a big fuck you. Look at this.
Green.
I changed the whole world. I know I have to wait for this shot. It's like, I'm changing everything that you saw, every emotion that you felt. Big fuck you. This is how I want it to end.
No.
Ta-da.
No, what the fuck are you saying?
I like that. The big, you're gonna make you have all these kind of emotions, like, oh my god, they're all dying, oh my god, I wanna cry, oh my god, I wanna smack
It's a time
someone.
travel story, though.
I know, and then they're like, bam!
Don't make me hit the stop button, because you're not making sense now. It's a time travel story.
I know, and that's why I love time travel stories.
But no, he basically erased X-Men 3 off the map, so it never happened. So Scott never died, and the Phoenix was never let loose. So maybe we'd get a better chance at the Phoenix story plot, but right now, we kind of have Age of Apocalypse coming. And then what was kind of annoying, I guess, was the whole fact that X-Men Origins might have happened? We don't know? Because, honest to God, it doesn't make sense. Because what happens during the DC attack was they throw Wolverine into, whatever water body... I've never been to DC. Whatever body of water was right by the Lincoln Memorial. Not the big pool, I mean like the ocean. And he's just dying there while First Class fixes everything. Which, the whole point of the movie is him to fix it. So what ends up happening is, it's just like, Stryker finds him in the water with the police. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take him. It's kind of nice that he was working with, Trash, so now he can do the Weapon X program. But what's gonna happen to Deadpool? Oh, that's right, Bryan Singer doesn't want to do Deadpool.
No!
He came out and said he wouldn't do it because he was gonna do Apocalypse.
No.
But nevertheless, I think the movie was pretty much. It's not to say it's a game changer is kind of hard, because a lot of people are like, well, Fox is still owning the rights to X-Men. I'm like, well, good. This shows that they still own the rights to it, and Bryan Singer is a great director of it.
Good.
So I'm kind of excited to see Age of Apocalypse. I would say if you love X-Men, go see it. I know a lot of people hated Spider-Man 2, but I still thought Spider-Man 2 was good for what I paid for it. Alright, see you guys later.